It's John and Rachel, and we are here at Late Night. So happy to be here yet again. Some great guests tonight. In case you don't know what this means that you should come to 5 Foster Plaza in Green Tree and join us because we have some really good food, entertainment, and guests every Friday. Did I just sound NPR?
Yeah, it's a good hangout,
5 o'clock.
to be honest with you. And if there was a networking thing that you'd want to go to, this would be that.
Yeah, because John hates networking things.
I do hate networking things.
Except this one.
I stand along the wall like I'm a 6th grader in a dance. So, all right. So, anyways, we have the blog, and we always point out, actually, this week we've been training on our new website. So, if you don't know this, go to YaJagoff.com. It's new design, and that means there's a new design to the administrative side, so we had to learn how to blog. So we did very little of it, but we did post on about, we have a new collaboration with the city paper because Stacy Rounds over there does a thing called Yinzer Yums of Yesteryear, and she actually pulls old recipes and then makes them. So one of the things that we did the first one, and what was it, Rachel?
Strawberry pretzel jello salad, because we are coming up on that big event on May 10th. Shameless plug. We have 2 contenders here, actually.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
I know, right?
Yeah,
we have to make sure we appear impartial.
And if you are checking out our website, which we hope that you are, because it is new and improved, make sure you are checking out our Where Ya At and our JeetJet segments, which the Yinzer Yums of Yesteryear are part of. So make sure you're looking at those where Tressa and Chrissy and John and I go out and we see all these amazing neighborhoods as well as foods.
Yeah, if you have a family food recipe, then you need to get a hold of us for the JeetJets. In the meantime, speaking of foods, as the person in my ear said, Sara, welcome to YaJagoff Late Night. And this is your first time at our new place, right?
It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Sara is from NBC, Nothing Bundt Cakes. Listen, I love that acronym exists because sometimes I call it anything Bundt Cakes, meaning like I just want them all the time. I literally just did a fundraiser for my daughter. And first of all, the North Hills location, shout out, because A, it's in my neighborhood, but B, the most friendly and just easy to work with people. I think I told you there was 2 missing out of my batch. I called and said it was missing. Oh, no worries. What was it? I'm like, I should do this more often. Yeah. They just kind of pop in with a couple of Buntinis. But just so easy to work with. You're constantly in the community doing good things. And supposedly there's a new flavor to try. Do you always have, is it monthly you do new flavors?
So about every month to month and a half, we have a featured flavor.
Oh, featured. Okay.
So right now we have Oreo cookies and cream. And then every maybe 2 months or so, we have a pop-up flavor that we carry only for 2 weeks at a time. And right now it's churro dulce de leche and churro de chocolate.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, and so this is the part where we ask you a long question that gives you time to let us taste test or hand us our taste testing.
We're like, so enough talk about your place.
Yeah. And then we ask you a question that needs a long answer so we could taste it. Does that make sense?
That works.
All right. So in the meantime, you are at the Block Northway as you hand these over, right? Well, and we know that you're very friendly because you were part of our strawberry jello pretzel salad standoff last year, as a matter of fact.
I was, the first time for us. First time for Bundt, actually.
First time for Bundt, and you came in second. That's a pretty big deal because I'm trying, John. There were 14 purveyors. So you came in with People's Choice. So Judge's Choice. People's Choice, but it was close. And Jay did take it home for the second year. But you guys did one of your Buntinis. And are you doing a different flavor?
Or is it secret?
Or no?
So we're still going to use, I'm not going to give away everything because the competition is here.
Right. They're eavesdropping.
But we utilize our strawberry cake, our strawberries and cream cake, for the recipe that we did last year, which is when I had no idea what strawberry jello pretzel salad was. And I had to do all this research on what exactly it was.
Oh my God.
And what it was supposed to taste like and everything that went into it. And last year we did the little the little trifle cups, and we separated it out. This year it's going to be a lot more intense. We've been practicing, that's for sure. Getting ideas from everybody. So when you say intense,
you are going to use, because you have something that's like a strawberry pretzel, right?
We have.
Or is it cheesecake?
Well, no, we don't. We transformed our existing cake into a cheesecake with the pretzel, fresh strawberries, all of that.
It was phenomenal.
To try and make it a little different, but stay true to what it's supposed to be.
Here's what I love most. You literally contacted me and said, are we doing this? Because last year I got an email in January and I was like, you need to know me a little better. I'm a little off sketch this year. So not only were we a little off sketch, but a lot of people were asking about it. So we were super excited that everybody wanted it back. The really good news is we are charging $5 for people to come because we don't want to turn people away. Last year we had to turn people away. And we want to be able to turn around and give the purveyors an opportunity to have a little bit of offset as well. Because that gets expensive having to pump out 300 samples at that mall because people really want to try it. It is such a Pittsburgh staple.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that was a learning curve for us last year because that was the first time we've ever done something like that. Where we've transformed the traditional nothing Bundt cake into something else. This year, it's the day before Mother's Day, which is one of our busiest holidays of the year. So I'm still not sure how we're going to do it.
So you didn't point us out as Jags yet.
Not yet.
You might by the end of that day.
Maybe. I'm definitely spreading myself very thin that day, but we are determined as a whole bakery to do it. So I don't know how we're going to do it, but we are going to do it.
Well, we appreciate it.
Speaking of dear God, audience,
this
please,
is unbelievable.
I suggest that you need to try this.
Wow.
This is so good.
Unreal.
So there's like the churro is broken up on top.
Yeah, so it's the snickerdoodle buntlet rolled in cinnamon sugar after it's baked. And then we fill the center with caramel, and then we drizzle the top with caramel as well. And then we have a chocolate one, which is the same thing, just with chocolate.
It's like Chi-Chi's in a little cup.
Right,
yeah.
You remember Chi-Chi's?
I want my mom.
It's exactly what it is.
Oh my God,
Phenomenal.
this is so crazy.
Sarah, where can everybody find out more and come visit you and all that good stuff?
So I predominantly work at Nothing Bundt Cakes in North Hills, which is in the block at Northway Shopping Plaza. We're actually running something right now for free cake for teachers within our zip code. So anything from north of the river all the way up to like the Wexford area, any school, daycare, whatever it is, you could send us an email, call the bakery directly, and we're giving free cake for all the teachers for teacher appreciation.
Does that count? I teach
Oh my
CPR.
gosh.
I mean,
yeah.
I got you right here.
She was like, enough, John. Oh my gosh, we love having you. It is John and Rachel, YaJagoff Late Night. So did you bring us a junk drawer gift?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. We searched the bakery really good. They're Nothing Bundt Cake poker chips from our conference last year with the theme was Inspire.
Oh,
so we use those in the store, and that's why we brought it.
Very awesome. You inspired me to break my Lenten diet.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what we're good for,
God,
breaking
so
the
good.
diets.
Sarah, we adore you. Please come back anytime. We will always be willing to try any flavor you want us to try.
I can do it. I have a pineapple upside down coming up in May, so I could bring
we're
that
back.
one. Yeah,
That's fruit. It has to be healthy.
It's healthy, and we'll be off.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Sarah, always a pleasure. Next up, we get to talk to our old friend, Brian Douglas.
That was excellent. And I'm Nick with People's Natural Gas.
And this is a Jag Brag.
Well, it's been a chilly winter here in Western Pennsylvania, but our team at People's has been working around the clock to keep you safe and warm without busting your budget.
We at People's believe that everyone deserves the peace of mind to keep their homes warm during the cold winter months. Just like extra layers of clothing protect us from the cold, we have our customer assistance programs that protect people in need.
Layers. I could use layers right now. Like what?
First, we have a program that's open to all income levels, budget billing, which spreads peak season costs over the course of the year. CAP is our main program. It provides an income-based monthly payment to provide a more predictable bill. Our team also helps customers apply for grants from the Dollar Energy Fund and LIHEAP, which can further help cover winter heating costs.
Well, these are good layers, and those are good programs to help make big bills into smaller bills. What about if people have issues with their home that they need to fix?
Yeah, we do that too. You might be eligible for weatherization upgrades, which make your home more energy efficient, saving you money. And People's provides emergency repair assistance to help cover critical heating system repairs to help keep you warm through the winter months.
Well, Danielle, now I feel all layered up, ready, so bring on the cold.
Great. Well, if you or anyone you know needs help keeping your home warm this winter, please give us a call, 1-800-400-WARM.
You can also go to peoples-gas.com. We have a program finder there that's quick, free, easy to use, anonymous. You can find out what programs you're eligible for. We're here to help you make lives better for everyone in our community.
It's Rachel and John. We're back to late night and appreciating, again, Nothing Bundt Cake for bringing in snacks. That's the kind of stuff you can get when you come up here. You can also meet celebrities like Ryan Douglas. And Ryan Douglas, you've become a friend of the podcast because not only you were in the Kansas City Royals pitching team, but more importantly than that, Jack Hunt, Johnny Angel coached you when you were a kid.
Big time.
So that in itself gets you on the podcast.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we know that you have dedicated your life to making sure kids can learn how to play baseball at a young age, right?
Absolutely. I mean, the Ryan Douglas Field of Dreams Baseball Clinic in actually 2 weeks on 4/1/2. So I know it's a
Crazy.
big date itself.
Yeah.
Picking that day, but 19th annual one. So it's hard to believe how long it's been around. And just a real quick story as to last summer, we were at the Wild Things game. And there was a gentleman for JFK, the music teacher, having the kids sing the national anthem. And my wife introduced me to him, and he's like, this guy's like in his early 20s. And he's like, I came to your clinic. And I'm like, oh. And I'm like, I'm thinking this is an adult now. And I'm like, wow, this guy's an adult. And he's like, he came to my clinic when he was probably 8, 10 years old. I'm like, I'm definitely getting old. But it's fun to get out there and just teach the youth what I learned when I played. And I can still get out there a little bit too. So it makes it fun.
And Ryan, what I love is that it is 19 years, right? Some people say, I tried it for X amount of years and, COVID, just economy, things have changed. Life has changed. You did not give up. And now, from what I understand, this is one of the biggest show-ups, right? Like, describe for people who don't know what they could expect on April 12th.
Yeah, I mean, when you come there, I mean, the children sign up. I mean, it's absolutely free. This is a clinic that I started, again, 19 years ago. So when the kids show up, 6 to 12 years old, boys and girls, when they sign up to get a T-shirt, they can wear it during the clinic. I introduce myself and my whole coaching staff. This year, right now, I have about 64 people on the field helping me. And probably about 9 or 10 of them play professionally. There's a ton that play collegiately. So after we do the stretching, do the introductions, then we have 6 stations. We have pitching, hitting, infield, outfield, bases, and then we introduce the pickle station for rundown. So the kids have a ton of fun. I got an air horn. I blow the air horn. They run to the next station. But we also have the pierogies running around. We have the Pirate Parrot there. We have the Washington Wild Thing mascot. Mike McHenry, I've gotten to know him really well the last 4 or 5 years. I try to keep him in line because he gets the kids going crazy.
Sure.
It's all about having fun. I mean, baseball's a game, so you got to have fun with it.
And this happens out in the West End, Herschel Field. And why is that place specifically for you?
Well, I always try to pick the Pittsburgh area. I mean, that's where I grew up. And I know like a lot of camps and clinics cost a lot of money.
Yep.
So I wanted to give back. So again, that's why I do it absolutely free. I want the kids to get excited. And again, it's boys and girls. So I mean, I have women teachers, coaches there helping as well on the softball side. So people always think it's just baseball. Absolutely not. Because you do the same mechanics, you do the same drills, whether it's baseball or softball. So it's grown. It's been fun and just ready to get the kids excited for the upcoming season. That's all.
We've talked so many years now, fortunate for us that we've gotten to kind of re-embrace, I knew you when you were younger kind of thing. And here we've all rekindled and we've heard the stories about you and my dad and where you grew up and why baseball was important. But I want to know from this perspective, because you're reaching the 20-year mark, what did the first year look like compared to now?
It's funny you say that because I always think back. The very first year that I did it, I did 4 straight Saturdays in April, and I did 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. So the actual first year was 8 clinics.
Wow.
And I still remember, and I still have people that helped me that were at that first one. And then we went from the 10 a.m. one, we'd go to the next one, and we'd have a sandwich ring in the back of someone's truck, and that was like our lunch before we went at it again.
Yeah.
So I said, it's definitely grown now.
Yeah.
And I just picked the one because I know it's a lot of time and effort for all my volunteers that show up. And then I actually have a catered lunch back at my house for all my volunteers just to hang out because it's fun to catch up with them too and hear what's going on in their life because I appreciate the time that they give to me and to the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you get repeat children like year to year who are coming, or is that something that you?
I do because I keep track of when they pre-register, so I help to see that. And I've actually had parents reach out and like, my child's aged out. They feel bad about it, but some of them will come back to help. So I said it's just really neat.
That's what I was going to ask you. Yeah. So and then at this point, so what give some credit to the sponsors, right? Because
Yeah.
you've created this organization that you need help with certain these volunteers, but your sponsors that help you do this. I know you have a golf outing every year.
Yeah, I mean, the sponsors are tremendous. I mean, you can't do it without them. So, I mean, Ovington Foundation is a big sponsor, and I have like Grand Slam, Home Run, Triple, Double, Target Freight Management, actually, who I work for. I mean, they're a big sponsor. It goes on and on. So, I mean, RyanDouglas.com lists all the sponsors that are there. And again, it helps me buy all the prizes that I give to the kids. But then it's also the volunteers. Because, again, I mean, you have the sponsors to buy the stuff and do stuff, but you need the volunteers to actually be on the field as well teaching this. And the best thing about it, you talk for about 1 or 2 minutes, and then you got to get them going. Because I mean, you got 6 to 12-year-olds. You can't talk the whole time. You're going to lose that attention.
Do people eventually, when they maybe grow out of it, do they want to sit and talk to you about, so what was it like to kind of get to that point in your career?
Yes. And I mean, right now, actually, this year, I'm helping Olsh baseball. Two of my sons go to Our Lady of Sacred Heart.
Okay.
So I'm helping their baseball team. So it's been a lot of fun. And I try to help the kids on the mental side of the game, because everyone has physical tools, but how do you deal with adversity? Because, I mean, baseball, you're set up for failure, literally, in everything that you do. So I always tell people it's a 5-second, good or bad, short-term memory, and then just move on. Learn from it, enjoy it, and then just move on. So
in the meantime, then you're juggling the parents as well, right? The parents who know that little Johnny, little whoever is going to my
MLB
kids going to the Major League Baseball.
It
right?
is.
You
I mean,
kind of have to adjust those.
I do a different sessions and lessons when I work privately with certain kids, and I really just try to let the parents know what goes on, because as they get older, I mean, when they're 9, 10, 11, again, enjoy the game. When they get a little bit older, I think certain sports are going to pull them that they'd like to do it more often too, and they'll dive into it. Then it can get to that point.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the single-digit percentage to get to the major leagues.
Right.
And again, I had a chance to get drafted and play in the minor leagues for 9 years. I mean, it was a blast. It was a lot of fun, and I learned from it. And now you just take it into life now.
Yeah. There you go. Where can everybody find out more information about it?
Ryan Douglas, that's with 2 S's. So RyanDouglas.com is the website. Again, free pre-registration for that. It starts at 10 a.m. It'll be over around noon to 12:30. I have about 80 raffle prizes that I give off with helmets, bat bags, gloves, you name it. Millie's Ice Cream is going to be coming to give ice cream to the kids. I know it's hard to follow up with the jokes we're up here talking baseball, but I mean, I got to take care of the kids, get them sugared up, and then send them home.
That's it. Yeah, that's all part of it. And speaking of sugar, we would be remiss if we didn't mention that you are going to be part of Strawberry Pretzel yet again. And I understand that Jay and Ethan are actually away, but I know Jay is he has been in the kitchen trying a couple different things, and you and your wife are like prepared to roll it all out.
Yeah, we're just talking on the way here, so we'll definitely try to figure it out, because I know with our sons, I have 3 sons, so 2 of them have track meets that same day, it's going to be a interesting juggling feat. So
sure.
yeah, I mean,
we'll figure
it out, because I mean, again, it's awesome to see the way that has grown.
Yeah,
I mean, over the years for you guys, so it's like
fortunate.
We'll be there, because I mean, I appreciate everything that you guys do with that, and I mean the sponsors that you have, because it helps me.
Can we see you in a strawberry costume?
You never know. You gotta come. You gotta be there.
Gotta keep them hanging. You don't know. All right, Ryan, did you bring us a junk drawer item?
I actually did.
Okay. Oh boy, it's going. Wow.
So hold on. Everyone thinks of the rubber band, but I'll say gum band.
Yeah.
Being from Pittsburgh,
of course, yeah.
And what's funny is it makes me think, like, I remember when I first started playing, and when I get back from like All-Star break, I come back, I drop Yinzer. People are like, "What?" Like talking another language, so like I learned the Pittsburghese to try to scale it back.
Sure.
So like saying gum band, I'm like, all right, I'll say rubber band.
Yes.
So like when I saw this in my drawer, I was like, I'll just bring this to talk about.
We've never gotten a gum band.
No, we have not. Right?
Never gotten
this
one.
Will fit perfectly into our junk drawer,
you
because
can't be shooting
there's
each other with it.
I was just gonna say, are you gonna like fling him with it? Because that would be the ultimate to see John get flung with it. All right, and then as you know, we always have the coveted Rohrich Honda question of the day.
Uh-oh.
I think you overheard that John went rappelling today.
Mm-hmm.
I forget how many stories.
21 stories.
21 stories. What's your bucket list item that you're like, I gotta do that?
Oh man, bucket list item.
I don't know if was that a bucket list for you, but
well, my wife did the skydiving, so I think that'd be kind of neat. And I, mean, I do a lot of flying, traveling for work now, but I mean, jumping out of a plane, I think would take a little something to get out of there.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully, I would stay awake the whole time and not pass out and then wake up and you're going down, but that'd be interesting.
that's a good one. Ryan Douglas, literally one of our absolute favorite people.
Thanks for the
You
attire,
do
by the way.
Such
Yeah,
great
absolutely.
things. Yeah,
Take a
all
look
of
at the
our
video,
swag.
because
Definitely.
not a
You
Ken
need to
model, but I
support-
look okay in white right now.
Wow. You need to support our local folks who are doing great things like you, and we appreciate you. We're going to have you on the radio again later so we can talk about it. And we appreciate all that you do.
Thank you.
Next up, another person we appreciate, Marcus Cox. Stay with us on YaJagoff Late Night.
Welcome to Fanatic. Can I take your orders?
You need a tap it?
No, we don't use this. We know how to yell the sandwich to cook. Here we go.
Dig in.
It's John and Rachel. We love to dig into iconic Pittsburgh places like Permanis. So we brought our friends from People's Gas.
Please call at least 3 business days before you dig.
It doesn't matter if it's a big project or something small like a mailbox. Always call before you dig.
I called. We can dig in.
So please call 811 3 business days before excavating so you don't have to call 911.
I've been thinking that Rohrich Automotive needs a new jingle.
Rohrich Automotive got the best cars around Pittsburgh.
Driving a Rohrich, I bought it at Rohrich. Picked up my new car at Rohrich Automotive. I got friends at Rohrich Automotive where the staff is nice and the dealership's loaded with brand new cars. And you can drive real far.
So this is my most nostalgic 1990s strawberry jello pretzel salad. Okay.
It's Rachel and John, and a new twist on the JeetJets because we're working with Stacy from the City Paper because you try it, I can't do it.
It's the Yinzer yums of yesteryear. Stacy, look, it's like a little... So you're going to teach us how to make what you think is the best strawberry pretzel jello salad.
I'm going to say it's the closest to the recipe I made when I was a kid.
Okay.
So it's the closest, it's the most nostalgic recipe.
How many years old?
I think I was 12 the last time I made this.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I was in 7th grade the last time I made this.
Okay.
Which is why, if you actually read through the article from the column that I wrote, I admit to making 2 huge mistakes in making this recipe, which is so funny because I'm trying to pull up all these memories from. So obviously you need to get some good pretzels, and don't be fooled by the volume of pretzels in the bag, because once you start breaking these up.
Rachel and John, and but coming up, by the way, we have a segment, always including music, but we love entertainment in general, and the entertainment tonight is Marcus Cox. I don't know if we have the license to do that, but
Crying out loud. Do you really think anyone knew
Marcus Cox, Marcus Comedy. Welcome back to the pod. You've been on the podcast before, but not at the new place, right?
You guys were on the porch.
Yes,
right.
And you guys are doing the porch.
And during COVID, you did comedy out of the back of a pickup truck in a parking lot for us.
Yeah. COVID was weird.
Yeah.
For Rohrich.
Yeah.
I mean, look at you.
It was fun though. It was fun.
Yeah. Everything with you is fun. But what I really enjoy, I have to have a moment because your family has grown to be very dear to me as well.
Right.
But I have loved watching you just progress. And the videos that you do with your girls crack me up. You do your little series.
Our little short films.
Your little short films, yes, which I think is super cute. But I love seeing that you have so many comedy shows that are coming up now because you've really dedicated yourself to it. Kudos for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it's I just been working. I've been working hard, networking, I take like an hour out every day to just work on jokes or different premises and stuff like that. So
did that become a routine? You started to think like, okay, I need to dedicate myself to that. Right. And in the meantime, what did you learn about the business of the business? I always like to ask. The comedy business is not just about writing jokes. You mentioned networking.
Yeah, that's the part people forget. Everyone thinks like, okay, I'm funny, I can go up there and my career is going to sky. You gotta have headshots. A lot of comedians don't have headshots. They're taking pictures in the bathroom trying to get them on flyers. You gotta have headshots. You gotta have some clips out there. You gotta have your product has to be. You gotta brand yourself. Pretty much. Like you pretty much gotta be a brand. Like being funny is just like I'd say maybe half of it. Yeah. Maybe a little less than half of it.
And it seems like learning to be funny in short clips because everybody's so reliant on social media at this point. Like, I watched 3 clips. I think I'll go pay to see that comedian.
Right. If you can make them laugh in like 30 seconds, you should be good.
Yeah.
But the problem is some comedians, that's all they got.
Yes.
You know, they just got that hot 30 seconds, and then you go see them and get disappointed. You won't be disappointed with me, but some of them you will.
We've never been. And again, as Rachel said, we watched you evolve. It's so cool. And, you know, the fact is now when we first met, you were just kind of around Pittsburgh, but you're expanding out. As a matter of fact, you're doing something special on April 3rd, right?
April 3rd, yes. I'm shooting a comedy special at APIS Mead Winery in Carnegie.
Tell us about this place. I don't know it.
They've
always been friendly to comedians, right?
Yeah, they used to do the shows back in COVID. Before COVID hit, they would hurry up and say something funny.
Oh, okay.
You'd go up, and then the crowd could heckle you, and then you guys kind of like bounce off each other.
Okay.
It's not going to be that, though. Like, I'm doing like an actual special. The owner, Dave, real nice guy. He's not charging me anything. We're getting a food truck. My cousin's going to DJ, and it's going to be fun. It's free admission. You even got to pay. Just come on in.
Wow.
Yeah. Because he doesn't charge for his event.
Who's in? Out in the audience, who's in, right?
Commit now.
We're
I love it.
Come through.
We'll even go if there's not nothing Bundt cakes, but maybe
it's gonna be a food truck with tacos on it. Everybody likes tacos,
so what's it take to get to do that? Are you out doing 5 minutes of various things so you can compile all and have it well rehearsed for that night?
I just felt it was time. Like, a lot of the times, like, you know, I'll host a show or I'll feature a show. Like, I've just been like kind of playing like back a little bit, and now I'm just like, no, it's time to, you know, push myself. I just been playing just riding the line, and I was just like, no, I got it. Like, people more than Pittsburgh got to see, you know, what I got.
And for people who don't understand the sequence in which it works, if you do your own special, what does that mean, and how does that sort of help for the next level?
Well, if you do a special, like, the goal is to get it, obviously you put it on YouTube first, try to get it on Amazon, or just really for the world to see. Like, I'm going to try to use it as like just a tool.
Okay.
Like, you know,
you
got to have credits. And
yes.
You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Tubi's actually pretty big too. Tubi is you familiar with Tubi?
Yeah.
I know the reference, but I don't know how.
Yeah, it's a streaming. It's got movies. It's got documentaries. It's free as well. But that's starting to get big. If you can get something that a lot of people have never been to a comedy show, believe it or not. Like, whether it's a famous person or local, so people just they'll watch you at home.
Yeah,
you know, it's easy to kick back and watch at home. So people just want something they can see. You can tell them you do stand up all day, but they want to see it without showing up.
Marcus, let's talk about comedian etiquette, and this goes for musician etiquette as well. You know, I come from a musician's family. John knows comedy too well, so we both understand that when an audience comes, you want a big audience, but for the love of God, do not sit there and talk. Right? Like, there's an etiquette about it that you're taking the time to set that joke up. They need to be paying attention. So do you want me to show up and tell them shut up and sit down and listen to the jokes?
This is speaking from a reference.
So like, how would I just handle like a
how do you handle that? Yes,
like a smaller crowd.
Yeah.
I mean, whether
do you call them out, Colin Chamberlain?
No, I mean, not with a small crowd like that, because they're already going to be a little embarrassed to laugh. But if it's like a larger crowd, yeah, sure. But a smaller crowd, whether it's 8 or 80, you still got to do the same thing.
We're talking to Marcus Cox, comedian, and getting ready to do a special, record a special at APIS Meadery on April 3rd. One question for you. Is there a joke that you still tell, but you told it earlier and it wasn't really all that good, but now you've refined it?
Oh, yeah.
You have a favorite, hit?
Tell us what it is, because I have one of yours that is one of my faves.
Which one did I evolved? Probably the one about my daughter.
Yes.
There's a few about my daughter. I have 2 daughters. There's a few about them. There's a couple of them. I ain't going to say what it is, because is this rated G?
Yes.
Ish.
PG.
Okay. Well, yeah. You just got to come to the special.
There you go.
Teaser. There you go.
What was the one you were? It might be the same. Start
it, and I'll tell you, because now I'm going to forget, because there's 2.
Is it the one about dance?
No.
Okay, that might be a new one.
Yeah.
She was just disappointed.
When was the last? It was when we were at Cranberry with the Mike Seidel.
Okay,
you opened,
of a Contra.
Yeah, Contra. Yeah. So it's been like 2 years
About
that
2
I've
years.
seen your stand up.
Like, I don't have all new from 2 years. But
but I love to watch that science behind it.
Yes,
how you
the build-up.
how you rework a joke over time, and I love that.
Yeah, you always like you might. I've had jokes I have for like 5 years, but then you might just add on to it. You add a new tag to it, or I said it this way at this show, I'm gonna try to say it this way next time. So you always keep them in your back pocket.
Yeah.
I got you.
Pull them out whenever you need to.
Yeah.
So we don't know how many people are coming on April 3rd, but we want to see everyone pack the house.
I'm hoping so. Yeah, it seats 85.
Okay.
Give me like 60.
Okay.
Just give me 60.
Okay.
Give me at least 60 so I can have. I gotta have the people there. That's the only way it's gonna work.
That's right.
I gotta have the audience for production reasons. So.
Listen, gang, you got to go. Yeah, Marcus comedy. Marcus
Cox makes you laugh.
Right.
That's where I used to go.
You will.
It's not that anymore.
No.
For crying out loud. I give
Marcus
up.
Cox.
It was.
Should I read my notes?
It was Marcus make you laugh when I first started, and then I was like, nah, I just go my regular name.
Yeah.
All right, Marcus Cox.
Marcus,
okay.
the important thing is semi-important thing is you have a special coming up.
Yep.
The next somewhat important thing is your website or how do people find you online on Instagram?
Instagram is Marcus Comedy 86.
Got it. And then, but the most important question is, would you like to answer a question of the day?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Do it.
What we got?
So it is the Rohrich Honda question of the day. Dun, dun, dun. So you heard that John rappelled off of a 21-story building, which you and I agree is stupid. It was a stupid thing, right?
Yeah, he asked me to do it.
Marcus.
And I did not do it.
He asked everybody in this room to do it, and we all said no. Anyway, what is that one bucket list item that you're like, oh, I would be all in?
Even though I didn't do the building thing, I do want to skydive.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah,
when I go, I haven't done that yet. That is a bucket list.
Because, if I skydive, if I were to rappel over that building, the ground is kind of like right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
If I fall, it's gonna be at least if I'm skydiving and something go wrong, I got a long time to pray.
Oh.
From that building, it's gonna go straight. It's not gonna have no time.
I would be doing the same thing.
Right.
I think I might do skydive. I would think about it.
Okay, maybe we'll go do a Jag skydiving thing.
I would. I'd be scared though. I'm not act like I would just get up there and be like, "Oh, let's go." I'd be,
Would you scream? Would you scream?
Yeah, more than yeah, I'm sure. I don't know. I mean,
it's getting heckled from the crowd. There's a heckler right there. Do not come to APIS Meadery. Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to get him on April 3rd.
Marcus, April the 3rd, be there. We want to be there. We hope we see you there. And
APIS Mead's in Carnegie.
There you go.
206
Thanks for
Mary
joining us. And next up, we get to have a new musician who was vetted by Michaela. Stay with us, YaJagoff.
Oh, yeah. So hang on one second before we sign off. You have a junk drawer item for us.
I do.
Right?
It's a bullet.
Okay. All right.
Listen, let me explain it real quick.
All right.
I've never been given a bullet.
When I detailed cars, there's a guy's car I did, and he had bullets in there for some reason, and I thought it was kind of cool, so I kept one.
Oh,
and now you can have it. Yeah.
Thank you. Now my fingerprints are on
fingerprints are on it. Yeah. Marcus, one more time. Where does everybody follow you?
You can find me on Instagram, Marcus Comedy 86, or Facebook, Marcus Comedy. I post all my shows, appearances, things like that on there.
It's YaJagoff Late Night. Music's next.
Yes.
I love it. That was 2 minutes.
The best thing about it is now I have a life. I got weekends off, nights off, and just learning new skills in life. I think that's the coolest thing is being able to take home what I learned on the job site and be able to do that at the house. It doesn't matter what age you are. You could be just coming out of high school, graduating from college, or like me, you've been in a business for so long, you just wanted to change. And the pension is great, the health benefits are great, and the time you get to spend home is great.
I technically started Bundt in 2015. Inside the Green Tree Sportsplex, we had a really small studio, and then we got so busy we had to expand into a larger gym. We all experienced COVID, and at that point we said we need to do something a little different. We need a little bit different of a workout, still with boxing included, and we just knew we needed to move on to our school front. So now we're here in the Scott Town Center.
It is so awesome. Were you a boxer, when you were younger? Were you always boxing? Were you
Growing up, I started doing mixed martial arts.
This is only the second class I've taken here. But what I have to say, what I love about it, you do take time to, when I was please help me with my push-up form, because I've never done them right. And you did. You took the time to help me with that, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's very common just with all the exercises that we do that, people who want to try boxing and, get more into the fitness aspect in general, maybe with their squat or with their push-up, just little things here and there. Yeah. And that's kind of really what we do. Other than the boxing technique, we really want to help people and push with their fitness, the form and everything like that.
It's Rachel and John back to one of our coveted. It's been part of the podcast ever since we started 9 or whatever years ago. We love highlighting local music.
Yep.
And Michael Bergens, thank you very much for coming here. Just found out we live in kind of the same neighborhood.
Yeah, we're neighbors.
Yeah, how about that? Tell us a little bit about your music background. It's more folk music.
It is.
So tell me, how did you get into folk music?
Well, initially I was into songwriting and also music recording when I was more of a teenage years in a college.
Okay.
And then, COVID has come up a few times, but I feel like it was a good opportunity to reset and think about what I enjoy. And folk music was kind of like an easy way into, I would say, more applying myself more in a songwriting sense. So
Okay.
I've always had an acoustic guitar, and I really enjoy that aspect of it too. So.
And is this your full-time kind of thing, or is this your kind of I enjoy doing it on the side?
It's definitely I enjoy doing it on the side. I have another career that is in an office. It's wonderful. But I do, like Mark said earlier, I do apply myself in this workman-like way where I continue to better one effort after the next and try to grow with the song craft.
Sure. Originally from Pittsburgh?
No, you're fine.
I'm actually from Westmoreland County in Greensburg, PA.
Okay.
Jeanette.
Yeah.
Okay.
More specifically.
It's still close.
And
I mean, you can still call
you
it.
find the local music scene pretty good as far as being friendly with other musicians and songwriters, things like that?
Yeah, certainly. I think there's a lot of variety with the styles of music, and I don't think that really prohibits one person from collaborating with someone else.
Yeah.
But I will say there is a lot of interesting creative approaches to music in Pittsburgh, and I've found more than enough people to befriend and consider
Sure.
collaborators in some way.
That's great. Well, we're excited because we get to hear you perform live, but tell us about any upcoming shows that we need to know about. Poetry Lounge, is that one
Yes.
of them? Okay.
Yes. I recently played Poetry Lounge on Monday, and
Okay.
I think this is a shout out for Poetry Lounge. Poetry Lounge in Millvale.
I don't know where it is.
It's if you're familiar with Mr. Small's Theater.
Uh-huh.
I'm not totally. I think it's called North Ave, but
Yes.
Yeah.
it's one block off of Mr. Small's.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
it's a small club. It's called Poetry Lounge for a reason. They have open mics and poetry slams and sort of like creative events that are, a come one come all type of situations. And my band, Reliable Child Band, is playing April 25th at Poetry Lounge with
Okay.
a friend of mine who we've played a show with about a year ago named Brian Kay in the Parkway, which is a nice rock and roll band. So they're coming in from DC to do this show.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, see, we have our whole April plan. April 3rd, we're all going to see Marcus. April 25th, we're
Yeah.
coming to see you. Where can everybody find you and follow you?
Instagram's great. I'm reliable_child on Instagram. My music's on Spotify. I just released a song this week called Lava Lamp. And I'm going to release another song April 17th, which I'll play here tonight.
Okay. And you brought us a junk drawer gift.
I did.
Okay, while you're getting that out, our Rohrich Honda question of the day is, what would be on your bucket list? Are you rappelling off a building? Are you a skydiver? What are you doing?
I'm going to try to tie it into the junk drawer
I love
gift.
it. Yeah.
I just got back from a trip to Europe.
Okay.
I'd never been to Europe. I specifically went to London for my fiance's coworker's wedding. We ended up in Hereford, which is out near Wales, and was doing a lot of sightseeing. And we ended up in Amsterdam, and I won't give you the specifics on the way back, but it was a horrific flight back from Amsterdam to Toronto to Detroit, then back to Pittsburgh. But nevertheless, was exciting trip, and I want to go to Ireland. That's my bucket list.
That's a good bucket.
Because we flew over it, and I'm like, why didn't we?
Why
go
am I
there?
not there?
Yeah.
Why am I not there? All right. What is our gift?
This is a magnet that I got from Abbey Road Studios, which
Really?
I got to stand outside of the building there, and they have a little gift shop. Yep.
No kidding.
That is awesome.
Well, you're going to come back and sing something live. In the meantime, we're going to have a little 412 dues with our friends Jack from the PDP.
Hi, my name is Jack Doherty. I'm with the Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership, and I am here to tell you the 4-1 to-dos for this month. So I am here on 6th Street in downtown Pittsburgh. The Pirates are coming back. The season is about to start. They're welcoming the New York Yankees for their opening series here in Pittsburgh. That's going to be April 4th, and we are turning 6th Street right here into a giant block party. We're going to be partnering with all these restaurants up and down the street to have the street close to traffic. They're going to be selling drinks. There's going to be games outside. There's going to be live performances, some raffle prizes, some giveaways, a lot of fun. So mark it on your calendars. The party's going to be about 12 p.m. We'll start. We're going to take it all the way close to first pitch at 4 p.m. And then you can head over across the bridge and support the Buccos. In addition to that, we've made some exciting announcements for events that are here downtown this summer that we can't wait to bring back. Picklesburg just won #1 specialty food festival in North America, so we are delighted with that victory. We brought the pickle crown home again this year, and we just announced when the event's coming back. It's going to be July 11th to 13th, so circle that on your calendars and stay tuned for more updates on location, details, all of that to come later. Additionally, some of our favorites, the Farmers Market in Market Square on Thursdays, that is coming back this May, but because of the Market Square modernization project construction kicking off in April, we're moving the Farmers Market to PPG Plaza, so just one block over. That's going to be back on Thursdays, same time, same day, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., and that's going to start on May 15th, will be the first day. Additionally, another summer favorite, Yoga in the Square, is also moving to PPG Plaza. We're going to be doing yoga Sunday mornings in PPG, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., as well as Tuesday evenings for the after-work crowd, 5:30 to 6:30. That's going to kick off May 10th. So stay tuned for more details on more of our summer programming, but definitely mark those on your calendar. And we're excited for the spring to get here, for summer to get here, for this cold weather to get out of here, for baseball to be back, and for more reasons to come downtown, including this beautiful outdoor dining on 6th Street, which just in a few weeks is going to be filled with tables and chairs from all these great restaurants. So make your plans to come on down, and we can't wait to see you down here.
Hey everyone, I'm Reliable Child, and this song's called Election Day Doom Scroll. All the big minds on my timeline saying which way to vote. Kinda nervous and I'm getting worried and I don't really want to know. We're taking opinions, getting hip with the jokes. The joke's on me. Well, it's not mine to fantasize living another life. Some of those comments just keep on haunting me, and dang, they made me cry, don't you know? My mind's about to explode in a hoo-hoo Election Day doom scroll. Well, it's not me to disagree. I'll make up what I don't know. Information super highway is paved with bad intentions and room to grow, don't you know? My love, it grows and grows in a hoo-hoo Election Day doom scroll. We're taking opinions, and I know where yours can go, where the sun don't shine. Keep shaking a limb, son, and you'll be good to go. Yeah, you'll be just fine. In a hoo-hoo Election Day doom scroll. In a hoo-hoo
Election day doom scroll. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Oh my gosh. Listen.
Mike, that was awesome.
Totally vetted this, and you were 100% right. Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Show again, April 25th.
April 25th.
Poetry Lounge, right there in Millville. Millville's a walking community. It's easy to find.
And thanks again to Marcus Cox, who has a show, a recording at APIS Meadery, April 3rd.
There you go.
And, of course, Ryan Douglas, the Ryan Douglas Field of Dreams Foundation, and they are happening on April
12th, 412.
412 day.
And make sure, wherever you find your Nothing Bundt cake, you get it on because it's amazing. We don't know which one's better tonight, so we're just going to eat them all. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, thanks to Michaela. Thanks to Johnny. Thanks to Tracy. We appreciate it.